talk briefly about judgment. Recently, a number of people have taken historical quotes about not judging out of context by using them to pander to rebellious acts and by promoting indiscriminate tolerance. When they do this, they strike a blow at the very heart of all virtue. If never judging truly were the ideal, then it would be immoral for us to judge even Hitler's actions as wrong, and therefore immoral for us to rise against his forces. We should not condemn all judgments. We should only condemn hypocritical judgments, arrogant condemnations characterized by disdain and condescension. On the evening of June 27, 1969, the, quote, gay rights movement officially adopted terrorism as a means to achieve power, when a sterling mob of drag queens, quote, this is a quote, lesbians and street people and bar boys physically attacked police officers conducting a raid on the Stonewall Bar on Christopher Street in New York. Straight. I wasn't born gay, I chose it. Eyes wide open and mind wide, I saw the potential. Not me, not me. That didn't come out right. That is a quote. That's a quote. It's a quote.
To, in the end, reestablish anti-sodomy laws across the nation.
Is that the end of your question?
Yes.
Okay. The purpose is, in fact, to, let me think, hold on for just a second. There are two different types of law. There is a directive law and a punitive law. Okay, under directive law, yes, to re-criminalize sodomy in America. Directive law has less harsh penalties, but it serves, the law is also a right-wrong message machine. It has a socializing force. And this would make legitimate the truth, that human beings are heterosexual, that sodomy is irrational and unnatural, and a crime against nature. Without exactly severe, severe punishment. So sodomy would receive a fine, just like it did prior to 2003.
Sex between a heterosexual couple, according to your definition, would be sodomy, correct?
Yes, so if there are sodomy laws on the books, like there were prior to 2003, then yes, that would be this. I'm in favor of going directly back to that.
But that model did not include casual sex between a heterosexual couple. It's defined in sodomy, which is how you're defining it, correct?
So you're defining any sort of sexual relation outside of marriage or in the same gender as sodomy. So what is masturbation? Is that still sodomy?
Yes.
I mean, technically,
I haven't thought about that question yet, so I'll look it up and I'll email the answer. I don't know. I'm allowed to say I know. I'm allowed to say that.
I do share a different opinion than you, but I'm not going to make fun of that just because that is your culture and that is your values. I do want to address the fact that there's a pattern that I recognize here that I've also recognized throughout history. Now, everybody deserves equal rights regardless of their sexual orientation, regardless of their race, regardless of how they got to this country, regardless. They are human beings. And sexuality is not fluid, it is not fixed, it is. And clearly, sexuality is still very misunderstood.
As a typical modern, I might say that that's your opinion and mine is mine, to each his own, but I'm not. I have to say that there's an objective reality out there You're a what?
A health educator, okay?
Okay.
I go and I teach health. I teach about STIs and how to prevent them and also abstinence. Abstinence-only education is the only thing that it's proven to do is to increase the amount of non-condom use and increase the amount of sexually transmitted infections that are out there.
The campaign has not worked amongst the pro-sodomy community. In fact, the age rates have remained the same over the last 20 years. You might want to wear deodorant next time you raise your hand like that. You should be dry. Which was why, okay. In Robert George's book, Clash of the Orthodoxies, you can find the answer to that question. It has to do with, well, because I don't exactly remember, I don't know everything on it. Sorry. I do know that email me, just like I told the last time. If anyone else has a question, I'll have to answer it later. I do have the answer for it, though, and it makes sense. You can email me. Okay, themorgayhoax@gmail.com.
Okay, and then the other thing was, there's actual documented cases of Indians believing in transgender people from those souls, and they were actually arrested and called two-spirits, and their tribes looked to them to settle conflicts and everything and other groups because they had sold two people, therefore they had no wisdom. So how can you stand there and jokingly call somebody a he, oops, I mean a she? However they come out, whatever pronouns they use for yourself.
Right, and what Indian tribe did that?
Oh, that's a lot of Indian tribes.
Which one? Yeah, you gotta email me, cite your source. I can't answer a question unless I have a
Trans warrior. Said it all right there.
Okay, well, I don't know.
That my girlfriend actually works for the Native American Center in Lansing, and almost all Native American tribes recognize the two-spirit identity.
I'd like to say congratulations on your book, but I'd also like to inform you that here at Michigan State we have one of the leading neuroscience neurobiologists here on campus by the name of Dr. Mark Breedlove. He would love, I'm sure, to talk to you about sexuality and gender differentiation because that's what he does. So I know that you're not going to read his information because that's how it works, but you know, I would suggest it so that when you come to presentations like this, maybe you might be able to counteract some of these remarks.
Couple points to make. You claim that there's no evidence of animals engaging in exclusively homosexual behavior. In fact, I've actually got a source for you if you want to go to the library. Biological Exuberance by Bruce Bagenmiel, Bagemil. It's a great source, documents homosexual behaviors in almost every species of mammal and most species of bird and reptile.
That would have more. That's not a correct study.
So you find.
Well, Dr. Paul Bassi and Beauregard have also written books in 2005, and they don't. I would think they're pro-sodomy activists, and if they had, I'm sure that they would have known this. If you want to discredit, activists promoting your lifestyle, then that's your thing. But I mean.